Look what just came up on my memories.
Gator C, baby. And we're back. Day 18 of the cut. Back down to 274, which is pretty much right where we were before the Christmas dinner kerfuffle. And it did take way longer than I was expecting to get back down, so I am just going to use this as a reminder to stay on freaking plan. And today is going to be the number 2 pressing day of the week. And what I'm curious about is with how hard we cooked everything on Monday, can I still cook hard today, or am I just gonna feel like I'm gonna die? Stay tuned to find out.
And if you're looking for the coaching, mentorship, and feedback that you need to smash your 2025 training goals, hit the links below and join the team.
And I think the goal after last week's lack of straightness is to be more straight. Although that goal might be hard with Jesse in the room. His headphones are in, he's not just ignoring me, I swear. Can you let me know if I'm straighter? Like, remember how crooked the bar path was? And I mean, even if the right side's saggy, I'm at least like more okay with that side being saggy than the pec side being saggy, but I'm still not okay with it being saggy, you know? Okay, conscious effort into right side being less saggy. And arms are feeling maybe a little bit tired, so we'll see if we can wake them up with 275.
Looks like sagging.
Actually pretty okay with that one compared to 225. And I don't know if balls are quite big enough to go 315 after that, so we're going 305. Maybe I'm practicing delayed gratification. Maybe I'm just being a pussy. I miss my old wrist wraps. The broken in ones are just like much squishier for my delicate, fragile hands. And not spectacular, but after how hard we cranked on Monday, at least pretty okay with the chug through that last drop. And I think plan is going to be keep the increased workload, wave down, get in better shape, do better next time around, and time to dumbbell press. Woo! Yeah, another case of waking the fuck up and figuring out how to do less bad on a day where we don't feel really good. So, on that note, dumbbell press. And Cole had the 120s out, so I guess we're starting there. And quote of the day from Darrell, if you want a big bench, gotta do big bench things. So we're growing a pair, grabbing the 160s. Woo!
Come on. There you go. Nice. Good.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Come on. Yes.
Woo! And haven't touched those since like right after the pec surgery when I was single arming on the right, so pretty freaking okay with that. And it's like there's motherfuckers out there talking about how they want to bench 400 pounds, then you see them doing accessory work and they're dumbbell pressing 80s. Like what the? So on that note, set number 2.
Do it once. Do it again. Come on.
Woo!
Let's go.
Let's
Good.
go.
Come on.
Help! Any of them? Just get the dumbbells off me.
Take one out of his hand.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. You good?
Yep.
Ball right next to you.
Mildly concerned that shoulders are going to be kind of feeling after that, but we'll do our best to not be embarrassing in terms of range of motion here. And set 2 is like historically better than set 1, so we'll see if we can keep that up. I don't know. All I know is it feels like stuff worked, so I'm okay with it. And we'll run the incline kettlebell tricep thingies again, starting with whatever the hell this red handle thing weighs, 62 pounds apparently. Then we'll take revenge on the 80. Okay, 80s already almost dropped a dumbbell on my face today, so we're gonna try to do our best to not do that with a kettlebell too. A little better than last week. And like the problem with big ass dumbbells, big kettlebell, isn't even so much that they're heavy, they're just like fucking really awkward because of their size. That's what she said. And dumbbell fly time, straight to the 50s. Kind of gross, but I mean, felt good enough. I'll do number 2 there too. Legs aren't up for any specific benefit other than trying to make me look less fat for the camera than if my legs were down, you know? Still not good, but I think we're getting in the right direction. And because I got my shit together, did a horizontal pull yesterday, means I can move vertical pull back to today. So we're gonna crank on the semi-supinated mag grip Rinos. And we're gonna go full stack because screw Joel. Kind of shitty, but, and for today's less shitty lat slot, we'll run some straight arm pull downs, which I was expecting to be heavy because I thought Darrell was on here last, but it must have been Miata because this is pretty bad if it was Darrell using this. This wasn't you, right? You weren't here. Was this Miata?
I did tricep extension.
Okay, good, because I was embarrassed for him.
No, definitely.
Okay, hopefully this is appropriate, not way too heavy. Oh yeah, that's the spot. Okay, set number 2. And once again, because Joel's not here, asshole on the scat plane fronties. 40 feels nice. Pull that shit. Come on. Pull. Right now, just bullying Shaq into doing appropriately loaded rows. There's more. Yeah. There you go. There's more. Even Joel can row that.
Keep going, keep going.
Come on.
Pull.
Go.
Yep.
Keep going. Use your back. Come on.
Yep. There's more. Pull harder.
Come on.
Good.
Peer pressure, let's go!
Woo! She was trying to row a 25 the set before that. Like, what the And after that shit talking, grabbed 45. And like, yeah, they're swingy, but who cares? Once again, suck on that, Joel.
You gotta find out how to actually work out.
And kind of felt like my left scap was trying to ride up on bench. So gonna do some low trappy T-spiny Y raises. And basically the goal here is to round to the bottom and then try to roll my scaps down my rib cage as I create thoracic extension and just gonna hold kind of the same relative position that I want to unrack my bench in. Update.
One more.
Bullying worked because she's rowing the shit out of a 60 right now. Good work! And I understand that I am kind of like contradicting myself a little bit, dropping weight per set too, but the thing with these is like, this is kind of a precision movement, so I want to be loading in a way that allows me to precisely touch what I want to touch, and the 35 feels a little bit too heavy for that left low trap to really be able to grab the way I want it to. It's kind of just like being too much of a pansy to contribute to the loading, so yeah, 25s. And that's the ticket. Yeah, there we go. Speaking of bullying, Darrell's probably going too light here. And after talking that shit, hopefully I'm heavy enough to hold the plate stack down with 140 right now. I'll kind of clamp onto the seat, see if that can anchor me. Or I don't fucking know. We'll figure this out. RPE 6. And it's like what most people think overtraining is so far from it that they never get strong enough to ever know what it feels like. Well, yeah, it's like every time I post about cardio, some is like, what about the fatigue? Well, if you're in shape, you're not going to get as fatigued.
Yeah, I did a post a while ago on that. Like,
Went up 10 pounds. Might be too heavy. We'll dig in a little harder. Oh.
I was overshooting. That was supposed to do an RP8 single. It turned into a 10. Because you're probably like, I do enough cardio. Probably do this. And you found out a third of the way up. I can't do this.
Definitely RP6. Should I just bleep that? Is that funny? Why am I so angry? Okay, gonna try this again because I was definitely too sassy the first attempt at filming this outro, but came into this session, and I'm gonna say a very dirty word here. I came to the session feeling very fatigued from how hard I pushed on Monday, but I still managed to progress on literally everything that I did within this session from last week, and everything I did today was a massive post-pec surgery PR. And it's like the biggest problem I have with the majority of how powerlifting training is presented on social media right now is everyone is so butthurt about fatigue, and they're so afraid of fatigue. And like all you see is people talking about how if you do more than 8 reps on accessory, you're going to accumulate too much fatigue and you won't be able to do blah, 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 blah. If you train too close to failure, you're going to accumulate too much fatigue and you won't be able to do blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. Fatigue is going to be part of powerlifting training. You will experience fatigue. Accumulating some degree of fatigue will be necessary to drive progress. And if your entire training philosophy is centered around avoiding fatigue, you are never going to build up the fatigue tolerance necessary in order to actually be able to push to get as far as you can in this sport. And obviously, we don't want to be absolutely cooking ourselves all the time, but if we are too afraid to train because we are afraid of fatigue impacting performance, we're never going to do enough to see that performance elevate. So no matter what side of the scared of fatigue equation you're on, stop being so afraid of working hard, try hard, be okay with training while tired, figure out how to train well while tired, and you're going to be so much better off for it. Got angry again, but I'm not going to restart the whole thing. So thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Have a good night.